so as you guys know, I'm getting a Calimer Stage 3 MT82 transmission. It is built, it's got billet gears, all the bells and whistles. I'll go over the features of it here later, but I'm doing that as a precautionary measure. As you can see, stock transmission shifts just fine, and there's a little bit of whirring, and I think it might be a bearing issue. So I think maybe if I get the stock trans out, I'll be able to just replace the bearing pretty cheap, and that'll be that, and I'll be able to sell it, recoup some of the money I spent on the new trans. Who knows? You never know what's going on in there until you get it down. Alrighty. I don't know how well you guys can see this. Probably not at all. The low light's not working. There we go. Buddy Barry just showed up.
Hey, hey, hey.
With his, oh shoot. Oh shoot. Hush. Hush.
Man, I like getting new things.
You are sassy, dude. You are sassy. You just hang out and I'll come get you.
Sometimes it is.
Okay, don't you bark at me. Okay, shh. Sit. Good boy. Shake. Good boy. Alright, let's get up real quick. Alright, we can just put it in the garage. Here we got the Calimer Stage 3, G-force gears,
Billet.
and billet everything.
Pretty much billet everything.
Yeah. Okay, okay, we gotta stop because you're gonna wake up the boys. Alright, so we got the Calimer Stage 3 in here. So this just has the billet G-force gears. We're gonna have to replace the throw-out bearing, but he's got a new center force. I'm gonna look up and see what's best for it. I think I'm gonna go with the center force, but I'll have to do some more research. We got the connection here with the Jesus clips. You guys saw my McLeod video. Those are an effing nightmare. It took me weeks to change that cable. And so we'll pull off the MGW from the Boss. We'll throw that on here, and the MGW is like, it is the best. I love my MGW. But we're gonna have to take off this, put on the S197 one, and that'll be a cool video. But man, I am super stoked to get this on the Boss. It's gonna be cool. Barry, I appreciate it, man. And yeah, Barry here is gonna help me install it. He's got a sweet, this came off a really nice 2015. If you haven't seen the video of his old setup, I'll link that up here. And you guys should check that out. It's a really nice car. And in that video is a Paxton kit, and now he's going, he's big turbo, big single turbo. So that'll be fun. And yeah, stand by for more of these videos. It's gonna be really nice. But I'll go ahead and get the specs, and we'll talk about that here in a little bit. So as you saw at the beginning of this video, you saw my buddy Barry's car going for a tear. That was with this transmission on the car. With his turbo kit, he's now going to a TH400, so he didn't need it, and he gave it to me. It's got very minimal use, but the cool thing about the Stage 3 is that it features the G-force gear set that's designed to withstand 1,000 horsepower, 900 foot-pounds of torque. This one's a 26 spline input, vice the 23 spline that comes stock on my Boss. It's going to have carbon fiber synchros, rim polishing, bronze shift pads, and billet shift rail stop. And what else? Let's see. But it will make more noise than my stock transmission due to the fact that it has the helical cut G-force gears. But it'll all be worth it since it can handle more power. Yeah, in order to go ahead and switch this transmission over to the S197, I'm going to have to order, sorry for all the noise, I'm going to have to order a new flange kit for down here. I'm going to have to get the 11 to 14 MT82 flange, pull that one off. We're also going to have to get a new dust shield and a flange bolt. But it'll be a pretty simple process where we'll use a tri-prong puller to a 3-jaw puller to pull that off. And yeah, I'll have to get a nice torque wrench to make sure everything's torqued to spec. I'm also going to have to get some flywheel bolts for the new flywheel. And yeah, I wish I had the RXT here, but I'll get that here soon, and we'll show you guys that too. I just wanted to show the new transmission, and yeah, we got big things to come. And I'll put some more videos of Barry's car on here too, on his old setup, because he will be on the channel again when he gets his TH400 loaded. He'll bring the car by and we'll go for a nice little spin. But yeah, he was nice enough to leave me with this right here with the Jesus clips in there, so hopefully I don't lose those. Yeah, I think I might still have one in my glove box because they're so expensive. But yeah, we're going to use this center force throwout bearing, get rid of the stock one that's in, or that's the Exidy, I believe. His Exidy one was giving us some problems. It wasn't fully engaging the clutch. It was probably about 3/4 of the way engaging. So yeah, the center force one should work pretty well. A lot of people say OEM. Let me know what you think below. If anyone's used center force, please let me know your opinion on it. But I can't wait to get this thing on the Boss, man. I actually also have a theory about the transmission whine on the Boss. I think that it could be the pilot bearing at the front. It only whines under load, and it whines with RPM, not with speed. And it's the same sound at every RPM. Like, so 3,000 in first sounds the same as 3,000 in fourth, 3,000 in third, 3,000 in second, etc. It sounds the same. So I'm thinking it might be the pilot bearing, because I took a car out the other day to the racetrack, as you guys saw, and I tore on it. Like I mean, it was short pulls. I didn't go crazy because my kids were in the car, but I mean, I revved it out in the first gear, and you know, I banged the gears. Like I've never been locked out. I still never been locked out. I just have a minor whine. So I think it might be that bearing at the front that's whining when the trans is engaged a little bit. Let me know if anyone's experienced something like that, and if you have an opinion on it, let me know. But we'll get it off and we'll inspect it, and if the trans is good to go, great. If it's pilot bearing, maybe we'll put the trans on the shelf and keep it for a rainy day because it's a stock part, or maybe I'll sell it and fund the tune and maybe headers. Who knows? One of the other things I don't have for the Boss is I don't have a one-piece drive shaft ready to go. So I do have the MGW short throw. That's going to go on. We were just talking about that. But the one-piece drive shaft, I feel like with the Calimer, I really need to do it. I can still run my stock, and since I'm on stock tune, it's not going to kill me. But I can still run my stock drive shaft. However, since I'm upgrading this, I feel like that's a necessary upgrade as well. I have talked to a couple guys who've had the Calimer and gone with one piece, and they said there have been some vibrations associated with it and have kind of annoyed them a little bit. But a lot of them attribute that to the drive shaft and not so much the transmission. Transmission whines a little more, but it's fine. It's a good whine. That's pretty much it for today's video, guys. I'm super stoked. Super stoked. This thing looks great. Looks great. Can't wait to get it on there. The other thing we'll have to do is swap over the MGW short throw. But yeah, it's going to be cool, guys. Can't wait. See you next time.
Alright guys, so as you know, I'm getting a Calimer Stage 3 transmission. It's coming, it'll be here soon, and it's a precautionary thing. Just so you know, the stock Calimer Stage 3 MT82 transmission. I don't know what I just said. Let's start over. Okay guys, well, as you guys saw, this transmission can still rip. And I'm going to go ahead and show you guys some, as you guys saw, this transmission will still rip